There we go. Okay, you guys. So thank you all so much for being here. I want you to make sure that you take a moment to make sure that you are nice and comfy. So find that comfortable place on either the ground, on your bolster, on your blankets. Okay, let everything come to a space of relaxation. Let your shoulders begin to relax. Kind of do a little fidget, let your body move a little bit just to make sure that, oh, we're awake and we're here today. Okay. And as I said before, what we're going to focus on is I want you to check in with your body and connect into if you have one nostril that is more congested than the other. What I want you to do is block the clear nostril so that you can move into what is congested. So when you're ready, I want you to let your eyes gently close. Before we begin, let's connect into that deep diaphragmatic breath. So just take several cycles of breath and connect into your body, making sure that you're comfortable today without changing your breath yet. Just notice how your breath moves your body. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and move into the deep diaphragmatic breath. So as you begin, take a deep inhale, let it come from that low belly. Then feel it fill to the solar plexus and then feel it fill all the way to underneath the collarbone. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, allow the breath to release from underneath the collarbone to the solar plexus and then again down to the low belly. Begin to find that rhythm, that inhale and that exhale. And notice how as you begin this breath, it automatically begins to take you into a space of relaxation and helps you begin to center your mind. So when you're ready, please choose your nostril. If both feel balanced, feel free to move into Nadi Shodhana. So choose which nostril feels most congested, and then you're going to go ahead and block the nostril that feels open. You'll begin by taking that full deep inhale, starting from the low belly, coming up through the solar plexus and ending at just behind the collarbone. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, you'll exhale through that same nostril. You can do this in several ways. You can do this so that the breath is a smooth flow. You can also stair step this breath so that you can take some inhale, pause, take more inhale, pause, come to the top of the inhale, pause, and then stair step down the same way. Exhale, pause, exhale, pause, exhale, pause. This is one of those breaths where it's easy, so allow your body to get creative and decide what works best for you. So you can try with a smooth flow. You can try with a stair step. You can try with retention at the top and or retention at the bottom. You can also, if you begin to feel that deep relaxation through the one nostril and your body calls for you to change nostrils, feel free to change nostrils. So this practice is what feels best for you and your body. Dr. Sundar recommends that if you are breathing through your left nostril, a minimum of 5 minutes going up to 15 minutes is best. If you are breathing through your right nostril, 5 minutes is usually the outside length of time. Continue to focus on coming from that deep, low belly breath. Take 2 more cycles of breath in your chosen nostril. And at the end of the second cycle of breath, release the nostril that you're holding closed. And then take 3 cycles of breath through both nostrils. Still using that deep diaphragmatic breath. At the end of the third breath, please bring your hands to your heart. And from here, we're going to move into singing the 3 different sounds. We'll start by singing the sound of ah, then we'll move into the sound of o, and then we'll move into the sound of mm. So, what I invite for you, since we cleared the breathing channels, is to see not only and notice not only how it feels as you take that long, deep exhale in, but also notice the sensations of your body inside as we sing so that you can feel the vibration, feel the resonance that comes from the nasal cavity and goes all the way through the body. So when you're ready, taking a full deep inhale. Please set your intent. And then when you're ready, very gently, slowly release your hands. Once again, let them come to rest up on top of the thighs. One more full, deep belly breath coming from the low abdomen and traveling up. Exhale and releasing. And then from here, allow your arms to come down by your sides, taking that full, deep inhale, big breath of joy. Lengthening out, letting the body open, pop, and crack, bringing the arms all the way up, allowing the palms to touch. And then exhale through the nose, bringing everything down, centered to the heart. Allow the thumbs to rest on the sternum at the heart point. Another full, deep inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, bring the arms up, centered through the body. And as you exhale, gently widen the arms, lengthening out. And as you do that, just allow the torso to hinge forward a little bit. And this time, if possible, allow the arms to come behind. Palms are facing each other. If you can draw the arms together with the arms straight so that the palms touch, that's great. If that's too much, just simply allow the arms to come back behind. And now what I want you to do is find those lower edges of the shoulders. Feel them drop down. Notice how that opens through the front of the chest. And then gently release. Inhale, lengthening the torso back upright. Arms are coming up and overhead. Letting the palms touch. Exhale, gently bringing the hands down to the heart. Breathe. Full cycle of breath. And then again, deep inhale. Eyes can be closed or eyes can be open. This time, I want us to begin by twisting towards the left. So allow that right arm to come to front, left arm to come to back. Find that twist with the arms parallel to the floor first. Deep full inhale, and then with the exhale, turn the palms up. Hands come back overhead, torso comes to center. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold the trunk forward slightly. Let both arms come behind. If your body says yes, you can allow your gaze to softly open. Corners of the mouth turn up. And then with the next exhale, let the body soften. Feel those lower edges of the shoulder blades lengthen down. Deep inhale, bring the trunk back upright, arms come back up overhead. Next, exhale, gently twist yourself to the right. Allow that left arm to come forward, right arm to come back. Deep, full inhale here. And with the exhale, bring the hands up, untwist back to trunk. Exhale, hinge yourself forward. Again, arms come behind. This time, as long as it feels possible, bend into the elbows, interlace the fingers, or take the right hand around the left wrist, whatever feels best. This time, squeeze those inner edges of the shoulders together. On the exhale, let that release. Hands release, arms come up. Palms touch. And again, exhale. Gently twist to the left. Right arm comes forward. Left arm comes behind. Full cycle of breath right here. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. With the next inhale, turn the palms up. Untwist, bring the trunk back up. Hands overhead. And with the next exhale, gently hinge forward. Arms come behind, fingers either interlace or you can gently clasp the left hand now over the right wrist. Squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. deep, full breath. Next, inhale, sweep the arms up, trunk back. Palms touch, gazes up, and last time, exhale, twist yourself over to the right. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Full cycle of breath. Turn the palms up, deep inhale, untwist, palms come up, and now this time with the exhale, gently bring the hands back down. Let the thumbs rest on the sternum at the heart point. One full cycle of breath right here. And then one more. Good. Gently, slowly release. Beautiful, you guys. Now I want you to roll your shoulders. And let the head and neck open as well. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more. What I'd like you to do is allow the palms of your hands to come on top of the knees. I want you to hinge the trunk forward like we just did. Elbows are bent, okay? So again, we're going to start with a twist to the left. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, shift the shoulders. Keep that right elbow bent, begin to straighten into that left elbow. And you're doing this very gently. I want you just to begin to notice how this feels through that left lateral side. How's your body feeling today? Does it feel tight in here? Can you feel tightness through the rib cage? Gently release, unwind, come back to center. Both elbows are again bent, gently bend now more deeply into the left, gently straighten into the right, twist gently to the right. Breathe deeply, notice how this feels on this side. Notice if there is a difference between the two sides. And then gently release, unwind, elbows are bent. Inhale, lengthen into the arms. Beautiful, you guys. Kind of jiggle, jiggle. Grab your strap. So now we're going to start opening things a little bit, and then we're going to come back to that gentle twist and see if there was a difference. Okay, so we've got thumbs over the strap. You can either hold on just like that, or if you want to add a little bit of resistance, bring the fingers forward, wrap around, so that now, go team. Beautiful, you guys. Everybody looks great, yay. Okay, inhale, bring those arms up. Oh, I guess I have to, hang on one moment, please. I suddenly have no arms. There we go. Okay. All right, so inhale, play with the arms. So first thing I want you to do is stretch, lengthen. Feel that real big yumminess in the armpits, you guys. We always forget the armpits, and you know what? They need love too. So just stretch until you can feel that really bit of love, that yumminess in the armpits. Remember, we're trying to stretch like a cat, which means that they have a good time stretching. They enjoy it. They like, they get all shaky, and it's just like, it feels fabulous. They don't over effort. They do it from a space of joy. So that's where I would like us to do our stretching today. Exhale, gently, slowly bring it down. Oh yeah. And just kind of roll into those shoulders. Okay, here we go again. Deep inhale. This time I want you to bend into the elbows. Oh, there we go. And you're going to take it until this lower edge of the upper arm is parallel. Yummy. Now from here, what I want you to do is take those inner edges of the shoulder blades. I want you to squeeze them together. Waking up the upper torso. And then let that relax. Inhale, lengthen the arms. And allow the arms to come back until you get that really yummy stretch through the armpits. And breathe. Now from here, with your arms back, wherever they are, I want you very gently, very slowly begin to roll yourself over to the left. Oh, yumminess. And just gently begin to breathe into that right rib cage. Just trying to be very gentle. Let everything awaken nicely. Not trying to pull on anything, not trying to push on anything. Just by being present to our body and hanging out, seeing how much opening we can get. And inhale, bring those arms up. And find that stretch in the armpits. And then as you exhale, gently roll yourself over to the right. Breathe deeply into that left side. And breathe and open. You guys, I want you to always make sure that you keep your practice about you, not what a teacher thinks it should be. And inhale, gently bring it up. And exhale. Allow the arms to come down. Roll, roll, roll. Okay, time to move into the head and the neck. And I say that because someone sent me a video clip yesterday and I was a little alarmed. So it was one of those things where it's like, oh, I know everybody's out there trying to do their very best. And I worry about injury. So when you take care of yourself, guess what? Your body stays happy. So let's move into the head and neck. Gently roll that left ear towards that left shoulder. Begin to find what's going on in the right side. When you're ready, I want you to take that left hand and gently bring it over the head so the fingers point toward the ear. And the first step is just simply allow the weight of the hand. And just notice how that feels to add just a little bit of extra weight. And then if you choose, you can make this more of an isometric movement by simply pressing that right side of the head into the left hand. And just gently press, and you're only using about 20 to 30% of what your actual strength is. So it's just a gentle movement. It's a gentle press. And you're breathing. And then gently, slowly release the hand, release the head, let it float back up because it's going to feel like it's floating. Take a deep inhale, and then when you're ready, exhale. Gently roll yourself and your ear and towards your right shoulder. Sorry, got a little blissed out there for a moment, lost my words. And breathe. Slow, steady. Okay, go ahead, take that right hand now. Bring it up over the left side of the head. And this first part, just simply allow that additional body weight to come in and breathe. Full cycles of breath. And then when you're ready, if your body says yes, just put some gentle pressure from this left side of the head into the right hand. And again, we're only looking at 20 to 30%. Let it be easy. Let it be gentle. One more cycle of breath right here. And then gently, slowly release. Let the head float back up. And now let's do just some very gentle circles, just to notice the difference in the neck muscles. or half circles, I guess I should say. Okay, and then when you're ready, let your head come back up. Oh, yay. Good. How are we doing, you guys? Good? Yeah. All right. Back to the strap again. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in Janushirasana, and we're going to take this into Heron pose. And I'm blanking on the Sanskrit for Heron pose. I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to scoot myself back so that y'all can see all the way down to my feet. Okay, so Janushirasana, we're going to start with the left leg long. We're going to bring the right leg in. Okay, so typically the way it's taught is that your pelvis stays square and you do a twist above the pelvis to come over to the left foot. Today, what I'd like us to do is play with this idea of allowing the spinal column, rather than to have to do a twist in the middle, what happens if we align from the pelvis. So what I invite you to do is take this left side of your pelvis and draw it back a little bit, which is going to allow then the right side of the pelvis to come forward a little bit. So what that does is it just stacks you a little bit more over the left foot. I want you to take your strap and you're going to place it around the ball of your foot. Okay. So what we're looking for here, you guys, is, and let me adjust myself so that it's a little bit easier for you to see what we're looking for in the back. Okay. Is, there we go. Let me get adjusted. There we are. Okay. What we're looking for right here is grounding through the pelvis and the sits bones. So, and we're looking for a spine that feels fluid and flexible. So we're not looking for anything that's curling back into a seat, right? As you press down through your sits bones, then it should be easier to stack and be long. And let the shoulders stay relaxed. So this is, we're going to do this differently. This is not going to be so much about a forward fold as it is about how much can you relax the shoulders and get long through the spine, okay? So I want you just to breathe here. Deep, long, full breath. If you want to wrap your hands around the strap, feel free to wrap your hands around the strap. And I've made a mess of my strap. Feel the shoulders relax. Feel the sits bones ground down. And notice that the more the shoulders relax, the easier it is to begin to find length and softness through the neck and the jaw. The next piece to this is that as you exhale, I want you to begin to squeeze that low belly in towards the center of your body. So you're engaging. I want you to begin to squeeze, just another way to activate the core and the trunk. And this is important because for this next part of the movement, we're going to actually take a deep inhale, squeeze through the core, and then I want you to squeeze into that left glute and begin to lift that left leg. So it really doesn't matter how high you lift. I want your shoulders to stay relaxed. There's a nice big bend at the elbow. The wrist is active. And you're squeezing. Don't forget to squeeze into that left glute. Oh, that changes it. I want you to wake up that left leg. Good. Make sure that you can swallow easily, that you're having fun, and then gently, slowly release the leg down. Good. Breathe, stay long. Now what I want you to do is I want you to bend into the knee, and I want you to bring the knee up and into your chest. So breathe. Continue to stay long. but bend in through the knee. We're shortening our lever, or our lever. I don't know why I like to say it lever, but I do. And breathe. Take a moment now while you're here. Notice any areas where you may be bracing, and then notice what your glutes are doing. Are they active, or did they go really soft and go, oh, I don't have to do anything? Is your core active, or did your core get soft? So again, squeeze into those glutes a little bit. Draw up and in through the core. And notice that the moment that you activate those two areas, suddenly things become lighter through the shoulders, lighter through the hands. And then gently let it release. Good. Lengthen the leg back out. Okay. Release the strap. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So this time, the right leg comes out, the left leg comes in. Remember, you're only bringing the knee in as much as it feels comfortable, you guys. So those of you that have knee issues, if that left knee needs to hang out and the foot needs to hang out more, that's great. If you want to make sure that you are not adding any additional shear to the knee, please put a block underneath the knee, okay? So please make sure that you're taking care of your body. So on this side, the right hip is going to ease back a little bit as the left hip eases forward just a little bit. And we're just playing with this idea of coming all the way from deep down in the pelvis and finding alignment there so that things can easily come forward. It just takes a little bit of the workout in terms of the core, because I want you to really focus on drawing up and in. And sometimes if you're trying to twist, and there's a lot going on. Okay, bending into the right knee. Take the strap. Again, you can feel free to wrap your hands around the strap if you choose. Okay, there you go. And same thing on this side. What I want you to find first, and it might be that because the hips are adjusted a little bit differently, that you have one side that's like, oh, okay, things might be a little cranky. I want you to feel those sits bones press down. Find that length through the spine so that you're not rolling back into a C curve. This really isn't about how much you're folding forward as it is how much can we find that length and that relaxation through the shoulders. And breathe here. If it's comfortable and your shoulders are relaxed and the neck is long, you can come forward a couple of inches as long as that's comfortable. Again, what we're looking for is that yumminess that happens when we stretch like a cat, where things feel really good. Okay. On this next piece, as you inhale, begin to find that right glute, gently squeeze, and then on the exhale, draw up and in through that low belly. Begin to fire those low belly muscles. And then when you're ready, another deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently begin to lift the leg long. And breathe. Beautiful. And remember, it doesn't matter how high. I want you to focus on squeezing through the glute, which will help you keep the leg activated. Squeezing through the core, which will help the trunk stay strong. That way the shoulders can stay relaxed. And then gently, slowly release that, bring it back down. Take a moment, allow everything to relax. And then when you're ready, this time I want you to bend the knee, bring the leg up, and bring the top of the leg as close to your torso as feels comfortable. So all we're doing is we're changing the length of the lever. Breathe. Shoulders are relaxed. Again, are you squeezing through the glute, or did the glute get left out? Are you squeezing through the core? Did the core get left out? It's really easy to forget and place the focus on the upper torso. And gently, slowly release. Let that come back down. Release the strap. Okay. We're going to move our bolsters out of the way, or our blankets, and we're going to do a little bit more core, you guys. Everything, all the research that I keep finding for just about every movement that we make in yoga, it's better if your core is engaged, okay? So we're going to practice some half plank dolphin. So what I would like you to do, and you can keep your chair here, because if you choose, when we go into downward facing, or when we go into child's pose, if you want to do a little bit more from your shoulders, you can use this lower bar that's underneath your chair. So what we're going to do is we're going to come gently down on towards our bellies. Okay. And lengthen. My props are in the way. Okay. So we're going to start with one breath. Okay. So I'm only going to ask you to hold this for one breath, and we'll move this, if everybody can hang in, we'll move this up to 5 breaths. Okay. So we'll do one breath, bring it down. When we're ready, we'll come back up. We'll do 2 breaths, bring it down. So that way. So hands can either be palms touching, or you can do palms touching, fingers interlaced. Please do what feels best. If flexing through the toes is too much, the other thing that you can do is you can leave your legs long. And when we get ready to move up, what you're going to do is press down through the forearms and then just gently bring the hips up, just like this. Squeeze through the hips and then gently bring it back down. So that's the alternative, okay? So make sure that you're taking care of yourself and what your body says. If you can curl underneath your toes and that's comfortable, curl underneath your toes. When you're ready, I want you to squeeze through the glutes, press down through the forearms, and bring yourself up into one long line. I want you to take a deep inhale, deep exhale, bend into the knees, and bring yourself down. Okay, that was 1. Woohoo! Look at y'all go. You can do it. All right, when you're ready, we're going to do it again. Curl underneath the toes, or get ready to press back from the knees. Deep inhale. Exhale, press up. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more breath. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Bend into the knees. Bring it down. How are we doing? Should we go for 5 or should we stop at 3 breaths today? Give me number of fingers. 3? Got it. Okay. It is early in the morning, so I'll let y'all say that. Okay, when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Exhale, press up. Deep inhale. One more. Bend into the knees. Okay, this is your version of child's pose. So if knee flexion is grumpy, you're going to keep your hips higher. Let your arms come out. Other option is to place the hands on the bottom crossbar of your chair. So please take whatever variation of child's pose feels good to you. Deep full inhale, deep full exhale. And now from here, whatever variation you're at from child's pose, if your hands are on the crossbar, gently bring them off. Keep that right arm extended. I want you to turn the left palm up, slide it underneath the opening, only coming across as far as is comfortable. You're going to turn your head so that the left side is on the mat. Your gaze is going to be off to the right. And just do this gentle upper body twist. Okay, from here, gently unwind. Again, lengthen back, taking whatever variation of extended child's pose feels best for you. And then when you're ready, take this right hand, turn the palm up, slide it under the space, coming down onto the shoulder or only going as far as this feels comfortable. Turning your head now to the left, letting it rest on the mat. Breathe here. Gentle twist. Breathe fully. Find your breath. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly unwind. One last time, coming back to child's pose or the variation that feels best for you and your knees. And then gently, slowly release. For this next piece, if knees are cranky and you need a little extra padding, please grab a blanket. Okay. So I want you to be positioned yourself about 3 to 4 feet away from your chair, okay? So a little bit of space. Beautiful, everybody. You look great. Good, 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 good. Okay. So from here, what we're going to do is let your hands come to your hips. We're going to start with this left leg first. Okay. So when you're ready, I want you to take a deep inhale. I want you to shift your body weight over to the right knee, squeeze through the glute, and gently bring that left foot forward. Please make sure that as you bring the left foot forward, the ankle and the knee are stacked, or ankle can be just a little bit past the knee. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So from here, I want you now to come from the pelvis. So you're gently, slowly, only going as far as it feels comfortable, allowing the pelvis to move down and forward. Okay. And you've got, if this is a balance issue, you have your chair right here so that you can place your hands on the chair. Beautiful, good. Nicely done, everybody. That looks fabulous. Now, here's what I want you to do from here. I want you to squeeze both of those glutes, and I want you to take those high adductor muscles and pull them together. So you're squeezing from behind and from the front, you're drawing together. Breathe, feel that activation. We're asking our pelvic girdle to wake up. Gently release that. Bring the hips gently back. Now, ever so slowly, you're going to begin to straighten this left leg. Very gently. And if possible, allow the fingertips to come forward. There we go. And begin to allow the hips to settle. So what you're looking for is a straighter line through the back. Of course, if you have curve through the lumbar spine, that's great. But just very gently here, breathe, working into the hamstrings. If you're feeling this behind the knee or you're feeling this up at the sits bone, you're in tendon. So I want you to place a gentle bend in the knee so that again, you can feel it in through the muscle. And breathe. While you're here, if you choose, you can start to squeeze a little bit through the glute. Notice how that adjusts and shifts the posture. This might intensify the opening a little bit through the hamstring. I am working on an interesting, I'm reading from one of my finals, how the hamstrings and the glutes interact. Gently release, bend back into the knee. And as long as your body says yes, drop the hip forward and down. Knee and ankle are still stacked. If they're not, I want you just simply to adjust a little bit. If you get comfortable here, release the hands. This time, what I want you to do is from this posture, you're just simply going to bring the hips open just a little bit towards the right. You can allow the hands to come from the hips. Let this left hand come on top of the thigh. Let the right arm come back to the hamstrings. Beautiful, you guys. Just very gentle, very, very gentle. Nice. Let that relax, come back forward. Hands come to the seat of the chair. Gently begin to lengthen through the spine and lengthen into the left leg. So once again, we're gently coming forward. From here, one more time, inhale. Gently bring the torso up. Let the hips come forward. I'm going to adjust just real quickly so that we can do this other twist so that y'all can see. From here this time, I want you to feel this right side of the hip come forward. Allow the left side of the hip to come back. Notice how as you do that, that automatically begins to bring you into the twist. You can allow the right hand now to come across. And you can allow either the left hand to stay at the hip or it can come behind your torso. So please do what feels best. Breathe. As you're here, I want you to begin to squeeze a little bit more into the glutes. Create that stability. Beautiful, you guys. That looks awesome, awesome, awesome. Very nice. Gently release. Unwind. One more time, gently come back. Lengthening in. Using the chair as you need. Okay. Inhale, torso up, knee bends. Step that left knee back. Hands are still on the chair. If possible, I want you to step this right foot forward. Ready? Step the left foot forward. Take as many steps as you need to. Walk your feet back. And then sidestep them out. So does everybody see that? So we started with feet about hip distance apart. Okay. Now I want you to sidestep the feet out. There you go. Good. So feet are about on the edge of the mat. I want you to drop into the hips. Squeeze into those glutes. Hands are still on the chair. You're still gaining support. Squeeze. Squeeze a little more. And then exhale, press down through the feet. Hands are still in neutral, arms are still in neutral. Gently press those hips up. Again, notice that I still have a very large bend in my knee. Let the head and neck drop. Breathe. Gentle, gentle forward fold. And then one more time, squeeze through the glutes. Bring the torso up, drop the hips. Squeeze. Beautiful, you guys. Nice, 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 nice. Good. Release that, press down through the feet. Let the hips lift gently, keeping that big bend through the knee. Deep inhale, deep exhale. If your body says yes, you can bring your hands down to the floor. If that's too much, keep your hands on the chair. Okay, gently bring your torso up. Walk the feet back so that they are about hip distance apart, okay? And you've got two options. You can either step that right foot forward, step that left foot back and come down. If that is too much for the feet, then come back with both knees. Start from here and then bring that right foot forward. So please do what feels best for you. Okay? Make sure that you've got lots of padding underneath those knees. So again, just as we did on the other side, I want you to make sure that the knee and the ankle are stacked, or potentially the ankle's a little bit further forward. So you've got space. Hands are to the hips. Exhale. Gently allow the hips to drop in. Breathe. Deep, full breath. From here, once you get nice and comfortable, I want you to squeeze through the glutes and then also squeeze and activate the adductor muscles. So you're squeezing from behind and from inside the thighs. You're working on attempting to draw the inner edges of your thighs together. So we're just waking things up on this side. Oh, we're doing the isometric and we love the work. Let it relax. Let your hands come to the seat of the chair. Now what I want you to do is push back through the hips, gently lengthen into that right leg. And again, be very mindful of how this is feeling through the hamstring. And breathe. Let the shoulders relax if they got tight. Move into the head and neck if it got tight. Breathe here. And you can play right here once you get comfortable with squeezing through the glutes right here. This may intensify things through the hamstrings, so be mindful. One more full cycle of breath. And then gently inhale, bring it back up. And again, allow the hips to come down and forward, okay? I'm going to readjust myself just so that we can do the twist. Once you have hips down and forward, you're squeezing a little bit through the glutes. What you're going to do is just gently allow this left edge of the hip to open up as you turn yourself to the left. Squeezing in a little bit more through the right glute. Good. Right hand can come on top of the right thigh. Left hand can come down behind and rest on the left hamstring. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Breathe. Gently release, unwind. Bring yourself forward. And then when you're ready, you've got the chair right there. Gently press back so that you can lengthen into the hamstring. And breathe. Again, inhale, bring yourself up. Press yourself in, making sure that the knee and ankle remain stacked. And again, while you're here, squeeze through the glute, activate into those inner thighs. Draw those adductors together as you squeeze. Don't let your body just hang out. Make it wake up. And then from here, you can release the glutes a little bit so that you can find your way, because you may need to pull yourself out of how deep you are. You're going to allow this right hip to fold back and allow the left hip to move forward. Good. Let this left hand come on top of the right hip. Right hand can come either behind or it can stay on the waist. Breathe. Now, once you're in, squeeze the glute. Allow it to increase the stability. And breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Everyone looks gorgeous. Good. Very nice. Gently release. Hands come back. Bring yourself up. And then gently lengthen. Hip drawing down, lengthening into the hamstring. Shoulders are relaxing. Make sure that you are really using your breath. Gently, slowly release. Okay, you have an option. You can either bring this leg back, making sure knee and ankle are still stacked. You have your hands on the chair. If it's possible, you can curl underneath the toes and step up. If that is too much, you're going to take a step closer and a step closer so that way you have your chair to step up. So please do what feels best. You understand your ankles, you understand your knees. Once you're there, I want you to walk back about 3 feet. You've got a nice bend in the knees. This time I want us to try this without the chair, okay? So let the feet come slightly wider than hip distance apart, but you still have a little space on the mat, okay? Bring the torso up. Woo! How are we doing, you guys? Put a very gentle back bend in. There we go, beautiful. From here, you're gonna squeeze through those glutes, bend into the knees. Allow your arms to come out in front. Now, rather than protracting your entire shoulder blade forward, I want you to gently feel retraction through the shoulder blade as you extend through the fingertips. So this is a slightly different piece. Breathe. Oh. Deep, full breath. Squeeze into those glutes. Feel the inner edges of the shoulder blades gently work towards each other. Your whole body might be shivering and quivering right now, and that's just fine. Beautiful, you guys. Let it relax. Let your hands come back to the chair. Bend into those knees as much as you need to, and just take a moment. Pause. From here, bring the hands down, and however it's comfortable, come all the way back down to the mat. Okay. Beautiful, you guys. All right, y'all, how are you feeling? That's an awful lot. All right, ready for your block, you guys. We're gonna finish with a supported bridge. And if we choose, open into our psoas muscles a little bit. So you're gonna take what feels best for you. So gently bring yourself all the way back down. But one moment, of course, we've got to do one more transition because we can't just go down to the floor, right? What you're going to do with your knees bent, gentle bend through the elbows. Here's what I want you to do. Practice bringing the hands further away than you would normally, okay? And then begin to squeeze into the inner edges of the shoulder blades. And just let the elbows gently bend. There you go, beautiful. Nice, nice. Working in a little bit to the anterior deltoid, which usually desperately needs it. Desperately needs that opening. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna activate this posture just a little bit. I want you to press down through the palms, squeeze into those inner edges, and without actually moving, try to straighten the elbows. Oh, we're just waking everything up across the front of the shoulder capsule, which gets really tight. Let it relax. Now we get to come down. Allow everything to roll and come down safely. Okay. I want you to take 2 cycles of breath right here and just observe how your body feels. Notice if you notice the difference. Take a moment to notice if both nostrils feel open or if you still have one nostril that feels congested. Now, the 3rd cycle of breath, I want you to take a full deep inhale through the nose using that low belly breath. And at the top of your inhale, I want you to pause simply for 4 counts. And you're going to do that at your count. At the end of the 4th count, just gently let everything relax and release. Okay. So from here, we have our block. Gently draw the heels of the feet in a little bit closer to the sits bones. Feet are hip distance apart. I want you to squeeze through the glutes to help lift the hips. Gently place the block underneath, making sure that the top edge of the block aligns with your hip dimples. Gently take those inner edges of the shoulder blades, roll them under towards each other so that you get nice opening through the front of the chest. And just feel your body begin to relax. If you want to walk your feet away a little bit, that's fine. Find that yummy space. Begin to come back into your breath. Begin to feel and observe how your body has taken in the movement that we've made. If your body says yes, you have 2 options here. You can either take this into a supported shoulder stand, which means lengthening your legs up. Okay. There you go, good. Or you can keep your feet on the ground. You can remain in this supported bridge and just really use this as more of a yin pose or a restorative pose. Or you can begin by gently lengthening into that right leg and moving into a gentle psoas stretch or iliopsoas stretch. So please do what feels best for your body and just feel everything begin to soften, begin to relax. We did a lot of activating today, a lot of waking things up. One more cycle of breath. And if you are doing the psoas, the iliopsoas opening, gently draw that right leg in. Allow that left leg to come out. Breathe and soften. Everybody looks lovely, you guys. Good. Good, good. Very nice. Just feel your body really unwind at a deeper level. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly draw that left leg up. One more time, if you're still on your block, I want you to squeeze through the glutes, gently lift the hips, remove the block. Very gently, very slowly begin to lower that low back down. Let it find neutral first. And then when you're ready, you can gently draw the knees into your chest. And as you do that, you can either take your hands underneath the knees to make sure that you're not over-flexing if you have any kind of damage in the knees, or you can wrap your hands around the top just below the kneecaps. And if it feels good here, do a gentle sway side to side. Breathe and just really allow your body to take in everything that you've done for it today. And then from there, when it feels appropriate, release your legs, let your arms come down by your side, and set yourself up for your final relaxation. If you choose, you can put your calves up on the chair so that you can do legs up the chair. Feel free, if you want, to do an open Baddha Konasana through the legs, which means the soles of the feet are moving and facing towards each other while the knees flare out in a gentle diamond shape. Or you can just gently take Savasana, letting your hands come to rest by your side. Let your eyes gently close. And just absorb everything that we've done today. This is your moment of thanking yourself for making time for your yoga, making time to create balance, making time to wake up and enliven your body. And please take a moment to also thank your breath for leading you through your practice today. And then allowing your body to be supported by the mat, be supported by the ground. And allow everything to soften. and allow everything to relax. Gently, slowly begin to find your way back. Start by finding fingers and toes, hands and feet, and allow your body to make whatever movements with those body parts that feel best and most natural. Then gently take that all the way up and through the body and back into the breath, taking a full deep inhale, a full deep exhale. If it feels appropriate, you can use your breath to bring your arms up over your head to stretch and lengthen. Big, deep, full, long opening. And then gently draw the knees high into the chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a gentle hug. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, gently roll onto your side. Press yourself up, back into a seated position. And one last time, let the palms come together. Thumbs rest at the heart point on the sternum. Bringing yourself into prayer. Y'all, thank you so, so much for letting me be part of your practice today. Thank you so much for making time for yourselves and your breath and your movement. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be. Thank you, you guys.